Hi everyone. So it's been like over a month since I've sat down and chatted with all of you. As you can probably tell, this is very much just gonna be a short update as to why I disappeared and what's going on and what to expect and all of that, because I was actually very touched that I got some comments and messages wondering what happened to the channel, and it was sweet because I thought I could kind of just like disappear when I needed to, but a handful of you all noticed and it was very touching. Yeah, so I'm just gonna sit down and chat for a few minutes, and if you're interested at all, please, you're welcome to watch. Basically, the last 2 months of my life have been insane. It started with the concept that, and I had kind of alluded to this in one of my last posted videos, that I was starting something and I was going to start a Philly-based plant styling company with my friend. We were gonna style houseplants in retail stores and apartment buildings and all of that. That took a lot of energy. So I was really pouring myself into that world, and it did kind of pull me away from the channel for a bit because I was really excited about that being a potential project to kind of expand my houseplant journey with. Then and then I came up with it was like a crumb of an idea that soon just became reality of moving to New York. That is where I am. I'm in my New York apartment. What started as a project ended up with a whole move to a new city, and that completely put so much of my life on pause for a second. That is basically, in a nutshell, where I was this whole time. I moved to New York. Like, if you watch my channel, you know I spend so much time here, and it was just really adding up to financially, physically, emotionally, to just travel here once or twice a month to see the people I'm closest to. I just figured, why not just come here and live my life that way? I've only been here for, how long has it been? Like a little over a week, and it just feels really right. It feels like the right decision for me. That's a huge positive. But if you're watching this video, I assume you're curious about what's to come, and I'm figuring that out. I definitely want to, it was kind of a long time coming for me to fall off of YouTube. I think if you have seen my YouTube burnout video from like a while ago, I think it started there, and it just started unraveling, and I was having a really hard time getting a grip on my upload schedule. I decreased uploads to once a week, and then it was a bit patchy, and then I just disappeared. This is kind of my final push to get it together and have a consistent process for my channel and Good and Planty. The struggle with that though is that now that I'm in New York, I went from having about 70-ish houseplants when I first moved into that Philly apartment to now having, I think, less than 10 houseplants. You can see a little spoiler as to the plants that are left, but that will be a whole video as to like all of the plants I got rid of, which ones are left, blah blah blah. I'm excited to share that with all of you and get your feedback on it, because a lot of you know my collection a bit intimately. I think you might be surprised as to what plants are left, but I obviously run a plant channel and you all love the plant content. But now that I have only about 10 plants left, the big question is like, what do I do now with YouTube? That is something that I do not have a solid answer on as of yet. I don't want to pressure myself into sticking with houseplants if it's just not organic for me anymore. But at the same time, I don't want to do a complete 180 and become a different channel when there's literally plant in my name and you all are looking for plant content. And I know a big chunk of you have been so sweet in the past and have been like very inviting to more day-to-day relaxing lifestyle vlog-esque videos, and I really appreciate that. Realistically, that's probably what's gonna happen, but it's just tough. Like, I have roommates now. I live in a different city that I'm not as comfortable in. Like, I got a little bit comfortable filming around Philly, not totally, but I was getting there. And here in New York, it's just, it feels a little cliche for me to be running around with my vlog camera. So I think I'm just like trying to find my footing, taking it week by week with the uploads, and really prioritizing consistency and kind of building back up that trust between you and me. I think that that is what I will be doing. So there will definitely be houseplants involved in my videos, especially in the near future. But if you see a switch up, like sometimes I get comments about hating the vlogs or blah, blah, blah. Like, if you're sticking with me, if you watch this, if you've been here for my journey, that might change up a little bit. And I just wanted to give you all a fair heads up. Like, doing this channel brings me a lot of joy, even though it can be a little bit stressful to fit it into my life. I think it is a big part of my life, and I want to continue that. And I would love to also kind of, maybe down the line, again, I'm not trying to put pressure on myself, but like be a bit more immersed in the plant community here in New York. That would be awesome. If anyone happens to have any connections in that sphere, please feel free to reach out. I really want to, you know, whenever I can, get involved in like houseplant styling here or maintenance. And I probably won't be starting my own company anytime soon, because that's just, I already started that and I did that and then I had to leave it, which was really tough, and I invested a lot into something that's I'm not going to be a part of anymore. That was like a big loss, and I don't think I want to start that process again anytime soon. So I don't know, if this is like my networking outreach right now. If anyone has any cool connections, please feel free to reach out, no pressure. But yeah, I just kind of want to like sit down, chat, and let you all know I'm in a different city now. I'm no longer your Philly plant girl, which I am still processing. That's a lot to unpack. But it also does feel a bit natural because I've spent so much time here in New York. But yeah, let me know if there's any specific content that you want that is like maybe less houseplant related. I'm kind of just feeling it out as I go, trying to understand what content feels the best for me to make out here, as I said. Yeah, I'm also just kind of like, as a person, as a human being, trying to adjust to this big change that I kind of thrust upon myself out of nowhere. So I just wanted to sit down and share that all with you. I hope you all are doing great since the last time we've chit-chatted, and I can promise you that there will be a video next week about all of the plants that have made it to New York with me. Thank you all for sticking with me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video next week. A real video. Bye!